Introduction, Part 9. Association with mankind, economic outlook. Economic outlook. Religion is general and is supposed to be averse, if not hostile, to material progress, and such is really the spirit of some well-known religions of the world, so that their followers have to make a clear choice between piety and prosperity. Islam, on the other hand, makes this worldly life the very opportunity to attain religious culture and to make spiritual progress, so much so that marriage, which is the real tie with the world, has been strictly enjoined by the Prophet upon all Muslims, to the extent of threatening noncompliance with expulsion from grace and favor. The attitude of Islam towards the world is not shy and rejective, but bold and acceptant. As it were, it does not forbid one to enter water, it does not permit one to drown, but it teaches how to find the balance and swim. So, Islam calls upon man to make the fullest and best use of the objects of nature and to make his life worth living well. It only checks selfish waste and excess, which always forebodes ruin. Moreover, Islam aims at many amenities of higher life, which, for lack of knowledge or courage, many neglect to acquire. Its vista of hope and effort is longer than what many can imagine. Verse 20, chapter 31, verse 34, chapter 14. Say, who has forbidden the adornment of Allah, which He has brought forth for His servants, and the good provisions. Verse 32 and 33, chapter 7. The prohibition laws of Islam regarding pork, wine, and intoxicants are well known and have been for consideration of health and morals adopted more or less everywhere. They have also found a place in the statutes of some reforming governments. Islam is openly opposed to the regime of capitalism in the sense of securing predetermined unearned incomes and increments, so it forbids usury and disfavors interest. It, however, fully permits business partnership and approves profits. Lending and borrowing is an indispensable function of human society. Islam urges the well-to-do to help the needy with the debt of honor and allows the borrower to offer something to the lender in addition to the original loan in gratitude, provided there has been no binding understanding to the said effect at the initiation of the loan. Islam makes it a matter of sympathy and gratitude, and thereby secures social peace and goodwill. Many prominent thinkers, even admitting its immediate advantages, find the interest system ultimately harmful to social peace and stability. As the inequalities of distribution of wealth are inordinate. We are today faced with the puzzle of poverty and plenty, generating a universal spirit of uneasiness and resentment, manifesting itself into so many isms like socialism, communism, and Bolshevism. Generally speaking, individualism and communism stand face to face, opposed to each other. The merits of one are the faults of the other. Islam provides for both in the laws of property so as to get the best out of them. There is neither a joint family system nor the primogeniture custom, but it steers a middle course so as to let everyone live an individualistic life and enjoy the fruits of his labor, and then subjects his property to communistic principles so as to distribute it widely in the whole family by laws of inheritance. It looks upon property like the sea, its waves rising high for the time and then sinking down and spreading over the neighboring surface. That modern civilization is fast approaching a perplexing crisis is evident to all thinkers. The Qur'an has also put up a red light on the line, and the description of the development from start to finish is simply miraculous. The following passage is really a summary of the story of Western civilization from the Middle Ages down to the present, with unmistakable portents for the future. Let those reflect who will, and let those beware who know, states the Qur'an. And certainly we sent messengers to nations before you, then we seized them with distress and affliction, in order that they might humble themselves. Yet, why did they not, when our punishment came to them, humble themselves? But their hearts hardened, and the devil made what they did fair seeming to them. But when they neglected that with which they had been admonished, we opened for them the gates of all things until when they rejoiced in what they were given, we seized them suddenly, and lo, they were in utter despair. So the roots of the people who were unjust and aggressive were cut off. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Right? Verse 42 and 25, chapter 6.